Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sean Foster TV coming right back at you. Now, this blog is basically a follow up between my last one, which included things that ways to test a girl to see if she's a keeper while you're on the phone with her before you even get to the date, after you got the digits and everything else. Well, this blog is about to be about what you do actually on the date, you know. So, first thing, 10 ways to find out if she's a keeper. Alright, while you're on the date, alright, if you should just dump her right there on the spot. First thing that you need to know is basically if she flakes or she needs to reschedule last minute, don't even worry about it. If this was planned in advance, which it should have been, you know, I mean, at least 3-4 days. A week might be too far out for some people, but if it's planned in advance and she flakes or she needs to reschedule, I seriously wouldn't even, because obviously she doesn't show that same respect to you. Now, emergencies do come up, and if it's not a valid emergency, then, she doesn't show that. I mean, she hasn't shown enough respect to you to respect the time that you actually allotted towards her, and not even to mention that she doesn't seem that responsible in the first place if things come up at the last minute. So it's just a telltale sign of what you're going to be experiencing while you're actually in uh, further down the road. So, alright, the first thing would be, okay, 10 ways to test her. Okay, plan to meet either halfway or closer to her. This will pretty much let you know that if she actually drives or takes the time to go that extra mile, literally, to pursue something that she may be interested in, that's a good sign. She literally went the extra mile or a mile. So either meet her halfway or closer to you, but don't come closer to the vicinity of her house because it just makes it easy for her. You want to make sure she's invested a substantial amount of time and energy. So yeah. Second thing is have one of your friends call you while you're driving. First thing is pretty much you pick her up, and I'm trying to do this in order. Um, okay. All right. So pick her up. Pick her up if you can, even if your car's messed up or whatever. Pick her up, and you unlock the door and you open it for her. You do not do the automatic start before you get to that door. You unlock that door, you open it for her. And then once you open it, if she doesn't reach over, because you might have saw this in The Bronx Tale. There's a movie called The Bronx Tale that came out in like the 90s. Pretty good test. You walk around the back, and if you see her reach over to either unlock the door and push it open or just at least unlock the door or something, if she doesn't do that, then she's selfish. You know, don't even take it seriously. Like, seriously, drop it right then. You'll save yourself a lot of time and money in the long run. Okay, so got that one out of the way. That was two. Okay, now here comes three. If the friend calls while you're driving, you're going to get one of your friends to call while you're driving. You're going to be driving. They're going to call. This is prearranged beforehand, and they'll call, and then you ask her if she can get it because you're driving and you don't want to break the law or whatever, and tell them, I don't know, make up something to her about, hey, you were supposed to, this is important, and you kind of needed to let them know something. So you prearrange this all beforehand. So she picks up the phone and she answers it, and she's like, hey, he's driving, or hello, or whatever she says. If she can't get along with your friend, drop her. Like, if your prospect can't get along with your friends because birds of a feather flock together, then chances are she won't get along with you. And also on top of that, you want somebody that you can actually be around with. You can take your friends around. You and your friends and her friends can go out too. So you will want to meet her friends later down the line. But if she can't get along with your friend after maybe a 1 minute conversation, he's just asking, hey, where are you from, blah 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 blah, whatever. If she can't do that, then you know what I'm saying, it's not even worth it. But make sure he's on speaker phone. You don't want any unnecessary flirtation. But but yeah, so one was plan to meet her closer to you or halfway. Two was you pick her up, just to unlock an open car door test. Three was friends call, get your friend to call. Um, Four is you surprise her. You take her to like Starbucks or something. I was gonna say Denny's or some other cheap place, but Starbucks is good enough. If she, you know, if she's a ride or die chick, if she's really cool, I mean, you can have all the money in the world, but you take her to a cheap place. Two reasons. One, because it doesn't make sense for you to get dinner on the first date when while you're eating you could actually be talking to them, you could actually be speaking with them and communicating. And if it doesn't go well, it's easier to leave. You don't have to worry about too much. Two, you don't have to worry about paying the tab because you paid it as soon as you got there. And two is just simply because you take it to a cheap place just to see where her head is. You know what I'm saying? Just to see where is she a materialistic girl. Now obviously you don't want to take her to a complete dump because that's just like, who would want to go there? But you don't want to take her to any expensive restaurants or anything like that, especially on the first date. You want, if she sticks with you after that cheap date at Starbucks or coffee or whatever. Don't drink, by the way. Don't have any drinks if you do go to a restaurant, which you shouldn't be. But if she sticks with you after that Starbucks date, then she's a keeper. Well, that's a sign that she's a keeper. If she doesn't, at the end of the day, she's like, you know what? It was okay, but or she might not outright say it. She might just stop answering your text messages after you're answering your phone calls. Trust me, you are better off without her. If she's that materialistic, that she's too high and mighty, too bourgeois for the French people, that she can't even deal with Starbucks, then better off dropping her. Let some other guy get her. You want somebody to take the bus that's willing to take the bus with you when the Bentley's not available. So, next one is does she more? Okay, is she rude while you're in like a restaurant or while you're in line or something? Is she rude to the waiter? Is she rude to the cashier? Is she seem impatient? You don't want somebody like that, because usually somebody like that is going to be the same domineering, is going to act this similar in a similar domineering fashion towards you. So you don't want a rude chick. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a flirtatious chick, but you don't want a rude chick. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thin line. Flirtatious, oh, well, how are you doing? Where are you from? Blah, 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 when she's right with you. Domineering, rude chick, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want either. But if she's rude, drop her. Say you do wind up going out to eat, waiter comes by and it's like, blah 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 blah. It's female waiter, because a lot of girls are naturally, well, not naturally, but seemingly more so rude to female waiters than they would be male waiters. The majority that are rude, but not all. But anyways, but yeah. So if she's rude, drop her off. Enough on that. Next one, is she on her cell phone? I think this is number 6. Is she on her cell phone most of the time? Because if she is, like if she's always checking her cell phone, is she always texting, does she have to make a call? Does she go to the bathroom and then bring her cell phone with her? If she has her cell phone out, which she shouldn't, it should be like in her purse or something. But if she has it out for some crazy reason, is it face down because she doesn't want you to find out who's calling her or whatever? Like if she doesn't have kids that are being babysat, and it's not an emergency, then she shouldn't be on a cell phone. Period. Yeah. Period. It's just out of respect for you. You're taking the time to give yourself your time when you could be doing something, a thousand other things other than going out with this inconsiderate chick. You're taking time out of your day to try to get to know her, try to see where her head's at, and see where you can go from there. But if she's on the cell phone, chances are she's probably doing the same thing with 20 other dudes, texting them at the same time, planning it while you try to speak with her. Anyway, so that was number 6. Number 7, is there good conversation, feedback, eye contact while you're speaking with her? You know, I mentioned it at my earlier blog. She needs to be able to laugh at you, and you need to be able to laugh at her. It needs to be back and forth, and then it's feedback. So you say something, she needs to say something. It doesn't need to be any short conversations. Short. Like when you're texting somebody, you're like, "Hey, how was your day?" And then they send you this long thing, and then you might be like, "That's cool." Like, where's the rest of it? I didn't put all this in, but you get the point. You get the point. Just, there needs to be feedback. Now, there's general rule of thumb, 70-30. So 70% her, 30% you talking. 70% her, 30% you. You need to be, you want to let her get to know you, but you want to know that she's not a complete airhead, and you can actually hold a conversation about minuscule things, like minimal things that regular or average people talk about. And like I said, don't drink first because it makes it easier to talk. You want someone, drinking lowers your inhibitions. It makes you more friendly, this and that. You want somebody that can talk with you without a drink just as easily as they can talk with you with one. you know. But yeah, eye contact. Is she looking you right in your eyes when she talks? Is she looking around? Does she seem disinterested? Stuff like that. So good conversation. If there's not good conversation, drop her. That's probably like one of the biggest ones. If it's drop her, because what is that? Like, why would you want to be around with somebody like that? Hang around with somebody like that that doesn't have a good conversation. Get her out. So, anyways, out of 7, number 8 is does she wait for you? Like, say you do get food, right? Say you do get food, or say you're at Starbucks and they have to bring you the drinks, or say you're at Denny's because you want to do something cheap because you're testing her, and they bring you the food. Say she gets it first. Does she wait for you, or does she just go right on eating it? Like, if she goes right on eating her food and she doesn't have the respect to wait for you to eat your food or get your food, if she just is that inconsiderate that she does not care whether you have food or not, she's just going to eat in front of you regardless of how hungry you may or may not be, drop her, because she's inconsiderate as fuck. Anyways, but yeah, so that's that one. And number 9 is, does she offer to pay the bill? Now, look, check it out. As a guy, I have never not paid a bill. Despite how low I may have been on money, I've never, not once, paid a bill, unless the female actually said, "Oh, I got it." And then I'm like, "No, I got it." And then I paid. And I think only once in my life, and I've been out on a lot of dates, like maybe once in my life, I think she like demanded that she pays at least half of the bill, or at least leaves a tip. Those are the girls that, yeah, even if she doesn't pass most of the other stuff, if she can pass that, then that's a plus, major plus. But you don't want a girl to pay the bill, okay? You as a man, this is the thing. It's 2013 as of right now. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but it's 2013 as of right now. And it's not, meaning it's not like 50 years ago. It's not 100 years ago, 1913. It's 2013. Women get paid much more than they used to prior to the 21st century. So, it's not bad that they pay the bill. But this is the thing. You as a man, They still look at you as a provider, this and that, this and that. And especially that you took them to a cheap restaurant, which was a test, but they don't know that. But especially that you took them to a cheap restaurant, they kind of want you to. They're like, oh, he's probably going to make. They're probably expecting that they're going to have to pay the bill anyway. But this is what you're looking for: the reach. Okay. They bring the bill, or better yet, you go to the bathroom and you ask for the bill, check please, go to the bathroom for maybe 5 minutes or so, come back. If she hasn't even made an attempt to pay the bill, then drop her. If she also has already paid the bill, like, hey, I just paid it, they got it, blah blah blah, keep her if she's still willing after that. But if you can't make it to the bathroom, or if you don't want to go to the bathroom because you just had to go and it would seem weird if you went again, then what you do is you just basically reach in your pocket, wait until she sets it down, wait about a second, and then you get the money out. But if she doesn't try to reach around, if she doesn't even pretend to reach, that's all you want. You just want to reach for a credit card, reach for something. If she doesn't even do that, then you need to drop her, because she's just looking for a handout pretty much, I mean, or she's so traditional that no matter what, the man has to pay the bill, then then she's probably not going to be that good in the bedroom because she's so traditional. She probably has a pretty boring personality because she's so traditional. All you want is to reach. As soon as she reaches, you say, "Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it." Come on now. But yeah, pretty much that's that. And last one, number 10, is taking into account. Say she passed everything else. Alright, which would bring you to this. She's passed with flying colors, everything's going good, you're really looking forward to another day. She seems interested in you and you really had good conversation. Like, it was amazing, eye contact, maybe even a little kino. Kino is pretty much touch, like when you touch somebody. If you don't know, I'm sure somebody doesn't know, a lot of y'all do, but pretty much touch. Like, your conversation's so good and she seems so into you, like you're just, she's just ha ha ha, and she touches your hand, blah blah blah. Anyways, your conversation's good and she passed all the other tests. The last test is the kiss. You don't want a girl that kisses you on the first night. You don't want a girl that has sex with you on the first night. I mean, you might want her for, but this whole thing, the whole purpose of this blog was just to find out if she's a keeper. Now, if she has sex, well, first of all, if she kisses you on the first night, don't go for the kiss. I'll tell you that right now, because then it does seem a little weird that you would even go for the kiss, because then that puts you in the wrong. This is what you do. Once you leave, you walk her, you go either, if she drove, which you shouldn't have because you should be following the rules, but if she drove, you walk her to her car. You talk to her a little bit, I had a really good time with you, and this is her, this is you. You're like this close. Alright, well, and then you kiss her on the cheek, If she looks like she's facing you, like she does that, drop her. Because why would you don't want, if she did that to you, she did that to 100 other people. You kiss her on the cheek, you go in forward, but then you cut, Jerry Rice it, cut, kiss her on the cheek. If she goes in, if she tries to kiss you, or if she looks shocked, you need to drop her, because she's just a loose chick. Like, you just going around kissing people willy-nilly the first night? Really? Second thing is, if she offers you what I said about the sex thing, if she offers you that, to go back to her place, or say you did drive, this is what you do. you drive or whatever, and you're like, hey, you want to stop by my place to watch a movie or something before you go home, or you got something to do tomorrow? Make up something like that. If she says, yeah, we could stop by to watch a movie, drop her. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I actually had something to do tomorrow. My bad. I hit you up and then take her home. Because if she's willing to go to your house on the first night, then she's really not worth your time. But yeah. So if she kisses on the first night, or if she's willing, not just have sex, but if she's willing to go to your house on the first night, think of how many people she did that with. But it's pretty ridiculous. So biggest things are, let's review. One, if she, well, before everything, so if she ever flakes or needs to reschedule, kick her out. You know, don't even lose her number and tell her to lose yours. Okay, so one, plan to meet her closer to your house or halfway. Um, Two, does she lock the door if you drive? Three, friend calls while you're driving. Four, get coffee at Starbucks. She seem offended. Five, does she wait for you? You know, does she wait for you to actually eat if you actually go eating? And six, is there a good conversation? I'm sorry, is she on her cell phone? Seven, is there good conversation, eye contact, feedback? Eight, you should be writing this down, and that's 70-30. 70% her, 30% output for you. Eight, does she wait for you to get your food if you go out? I already said that. My bad. Let's see. Does she offer to pay the bill? Is the next one. And the last one, number 10, is does she kiss or have sex on the first night, or agree to go to your house on the first night? I also missed one. I'll just throw this in for good measure. The way she looks, pretty much. If she looks like a slut, then she's not a keeper. You know, it's one thing to have big boobs and you can still see them, whether you have them covered up or not. But if you have them and your fucking shit's like super down there and like you're out there, you got the tightest thing, like you can tell what it's like. If she looks like a hoe, dude, she's not a keeper, man. So yeah, those are pretty much the things. If she passes that, go to the second date. If you guys need any help on the second date, I got a couple ideas that could assist you. But honestly, if she passed all that, then not many girls would pass all that, you know. So, you know, few and far between, but the ones you do find, they're worth finding, worth keeping. So, again, Sean John Paul Foster, Sean Foster TV. Peace. Holla at me. Thanks for listening.